What's up, guys? This is a scheduled video. I'm about to leave on my trip in the morning, so kind of trying to churn out as many videos as I can because obviously, spending time with my family it takes priority over making videos. So in order to keep things going daily, I'm going to be doing some kind of stuff like this. Today I wanted to talk about what's been going on with closers. As you may know, I pretty much stopped playing the game quite a while ago. I already explained the reasons for that, but it's basically just the poor optimization made it so I couldn't really enjoy the game. But apparently it's been having a lot of universal complaints aside from that since I stopped playing. Apparently the content updates have been pretty barren. They've pretty much been doing the promotional quests for the existing characters, which is very similar to the Awakening quests in DFO. If you may remember those, you had an objective of varying difficulty depending on when you played. They made it a lot easier right before DFO shut down, but you have to complete a quest and you get a couple extra moves for your character. The way it works in closers is right now you get 4 extra moves per promotion, which is not too much, but people have been complaining about it simply because there's not a whole lot to do in the game right now. The experience curve is really slow. Once you get to the 3rd area, the progression just grinds to a halt. It pretty much stops on the dime. Suddenly it takes a lot longer to level up, which in a game like that, where you're limited to how many times you can play, you can only enter exactly 17 dungeons a day. And on top of that, there is also an account stamina system, which gives you another fatigue bar for another character. So, if you have a party and you can go through the map in 3 or 4 minutes, you can play the game for about an hour and a half, give or take, loading times and stuff. It's really short, and it wouldn't be so much of a problem if the progression didn't slow down so much. It just gets to the point where you log on, you grind your dungeons, and you haven't really accomplished anything. Also, the HP sponge enemies, I've seen more people complaining about that. I found it kind of odd when I was still actively playing the game on a daily basis. I didn't really see too many people complaining about that, which I found kind of weird. You can circumvent that by upgrading your weapon, but that's a luck-based system, just like DFO. It's also a huge money sink. It's not something that everybody can do. Plenty of people who played DFO ran with a +7 weapon because that was the farthest you could take it without the odds going down and the chance of your upgrades resetting. It definitely wears down on you, especially if you're stuck soloing. The enemies just have way too much health, especially in a game where you have resource management to worry about too. Buying potions and chugging them just to keep casting your moves is not fun, to put it nicely. That's the promotional quest you have to do to get your extra 4 moves has been widely panned as a huge grind. They recently reduced it. They cut it in half for I think a couple of the characters, but it's still pretty difficult to do. You need a specific strategy, crazy gear, or a party to carry you through it, which I think is kind of dumb. I mean, DFO had that for a while, but to a much lesser extent. You could pay somebody to do it and be done with it in, I'd say maybe 20-30 minutes, if I remember correctly. Whereas here, you originally had to do it 40 times, which, given the stamina system, it would take you 2.5 days of just doing nothing but that dungeon to do it. People have widely panned the cash shop. The cash shop, some of the things are, fairly priced. The pills to resurrect you, the little buffs you can get for a little paltry sum of real money or union medals, those are fairly priced, but the avatars, a lot of the other things, are ridiculously overpriced unless you use the union medal system. The union medal system is like the game's kind of, I guess you could call it, free cash credit. You can put it towards certain things up to a 50% discount, but the problem is it's a huge grind to get it. It also expires at the end of the month. But I think the most backwards thing about it is you need those union medals to make some of the prices even affordable, which obviously for the business practice of a free-to-play MMO, that's the last thing you want to do. You know, these games thrive on impulse buying. It's no different than a Steam sale. You know, I'm sure all of us have bought a game on Steam because, you know, it's $2.49, it's like 90% off. That's the kind of sweet spot that you need to hit on these games. You need to make sure that people can just, you know, drop like 10-20 bucks on the game on a whim and continue to do that on a regular basis to keep it alive. Whereas here, you're forced to grind out the union medals just to have a chance to like afford something at a decent price, which doesn't make any sense. Finally, it seems like I haven't really played the game to get that far, but they added a 5th area, and apparently it's almost entirely consisted of just reused assets from the first area, which kind of sets a bad precedent. It seems like you know, maybe they launched the game too early. You know, they don't have enough resources to actually push out new content, so they're using that. But you know, the aforementioned problems that I just talked about meant that people aren't too happy about it. They actually just ended up pushing up some of the updates. They're going to give Jay, the martial artist guy that you saw me use in the majority of my videos when I was playing the game, they're giving him his promotional quest a lot sooner than they, I guess, originally planned to. I'm not really sure what the future of the game is. I just kind of wanted to post this because, you know, it's a pretty common thing. You know, when you play a foreign game, especially an action MMO, people crave those. You know, you can count, you know, dozens and dozens of just generic MMOs that have hotkey cycling combat, but the ones that have fast-paced combat like closers, you know, you can pretty much count those on your fingers and toes at this point in terms of the ones that are still active and relevant. Right now, honestly, from someone who I put a decent amount of time into the game. I put about $10 into it as well. Nothing too crazy. I didn't really go balls out on the cash shop. They kind of make it hard to do that, as I said. You're really not missing much right now. The game has a great foundation. It's just they really need to improve things, and they don't really seem to be in a hurry to do it. Honestly, I think they should have used the beta you know, system, the beta period, to you know, get some constructive feedback and improve the game before they went to an official launch, because the game has a lot of the same problems that it did in the beta. It kind of pales in comparison to a lot of the early access games that you see me playing in the past couple months when I don't have any big games to play. You know, those guys have little small teams, and they're able to you know, accept feedback, you know, constructive criticism, and actually try to make a better game. And you know, they're not all out to just suck money out of you. Whereas these guys, I don't really know what they're doing. It just seems like a lot of it is falling on empty ears. I hope that the game has a good future. You know, DFO is about 10 years old now. The game is, I'd say, given that I put a couple dozen hours into it, it's about the closest you can get to a modern DFO in terms of the way the combat works. A lot of the various mechanics in the game are very similar. I think it's a shame that it's just got so many issues. I hope that they're fixed in the near future. I may go back to it for a little bit when they give Jay his promotional event. They actually said it's going to be on the 12th. I'll still be visiting my parents, so there's a chance that I might come back to it for a little while, and if it works on my mom's computer. But all the things I mentioned are kind of holding me back. Anyway, I just wanted to do this. I know some people have been curious about the game. You know, it's not a huge investment to go buy an account, but right now I can't really recommend the game. I'll keep you guys updated when or if they fix the things I mentioned. Thanks for watching. Peace.